Star Wars, The Old Republic, The Lost Sons, Part 2 of 5. Thousands of years before the rise of Darth Vader, the Democratic Galactic Republic and its defenders in the Jedi ordered war against the tyrannical Sith Empire. The war ended in a tense peace accord, and in the years since, the survivors have struggled to pick up the pieces. The Strategic Information Service, the Republic's official espionage agency, prizes any information on what goes on inside the Empire's closed borders. Knowing such information will be vital in stopping a second war, or winning one. Theron Shan, agent of the SIs, has been sent to rendezvous with the one man who spent time behind enemy lines and emerged intact. Jedi Master Ngani Zho, legendary hero mentor to the Jedi Council, and Theron's childhood guardian.
Let me tell you how the war ended. The Empire had emerged from the dark of the galaxy to capture 1,000 star systems. The Republic's golden age turned to fire and ash. And as the war went on, the enemy subjugated more planets, built more ships in their lust for conquest. But to start a war, to seize a man's home, is one thing. To fight for years, to hold one's prize and put down rebellion after rebellion is another. The Emperor and his Dark Council had overreached. They began to strip worlds bare for energy, materials, slaves. They no longer conquered for the lust of conquest alone. They needed ever greater resources to maintain what they had. The Sith would have consumed the galaxy to fuel their death machine, had we not stopped them at Alderaan and Renvar. The memorial droids took 3 days to recite the names of the fallen. But the enemy's expansion had been halted. The Empire's parasitic hunger was forced inward, and we thought victory was at hand. We were right in a sense. In one last act of desperation and spite, they struck Coruscant itself, burning our capital and demanding peace on their terms. We agreed. What else could we do? What you haven't heard is what came next. Seven of the Dark Council survived the war. 7 Sith Lords who ruled in the Emperor's name. They forged the treaty with our leaders while Coruscant was in flames. And among the concessions they demanded were 7 star systems spread across the galaxy. Systems nearly uninhabited. Systems with no strategic value. Did you think your Republic would fight for them when so much else was at stake? They're forbidden places now, shrouded by the Empire. The 7 planets for peace. 7 for 7 Sith. This is no coincidence. For I tell you, I've been to the Vesla system and seen the mark of Darth Mekis.
That's enough state secrets for one day, don't you think?
Who dares to interrupt? My dear boy. My wonderful boy. You look magnificent, like a babe nursed by wolves, grown to lead the pack.
It's good to see you too, Master Zho.
Does your mother know you are here?
The Grandmaster hasn't seen me since I was 6 months old.
Things can change. For all I know, you could be a Jedi Knight by now.
I am not a Jedi.
I thought I remembered something about that, but no time for sentimentality. You can carry an old man's bags.
It took me weeks to track you down. Be grateful that the Spaceport authorities found your crazed veteran act memorable.
Best not to stay in one place. I taught you that, eh?
When we were running from the Brotherhood of the Obscene Martyr, I remember.
You loved it then. Don't sound SWTOR. What's troubling you, boy?
This planet is a level 9 bio-infestation zone and you've been sleeping in the sewers.
Open your eyes. Thanks to the Sith, we are walking among ruins, but people are rebuilding. Enjoy the wonders here. We'll have work enough soon.
I'm here to take you home. First, you see them.
Maybe it's your turn to grab a toolbox and help the reconstruction, eh? Sensed them when we left the crowd. They're slippery.
They're using stealth field generators. Still know how to use a lightsaber.
I may be old, but I haven't forgotten 60 years.
Then let's move fast.
Energy pulse detected. Stealth systems deactivated. Proceed to target. There's no emotion. There is submission. There is no ignorance. There is instruction. We come for Jedi Master Ngani Zho.
Now!
Onward in the blood of the fallen. We do not burn.
Still waiting! Well,
That crystal's broken. Sometimes, if you shake it,
come on. What are they?
Sith Knights, mockeries of Jedi captured by Darth Mekis during the war. She gave her prisoners the choice of converting to the dark side or being grafted into her machines. There's nothing left of the men they were.
I really am sorry. Vulnerabilities.
None that I'm aware of.
Then we need distance. Outside the reconstruction zone. The swamps are still irradiated from the war. The radiation should scramble enemy sensors and slow them down.
You've grown into an interesting man.
I'm not hearing better suggestions. I've signaled the ship for pickup. There's a clearing not far from here. Now, what were you doing in Imperial space that caught the attention of the Dark Council?
I was there almost 10 years. What didn't I do?
Master!
I told you I've been to the Vesla system. Sacrificed by our government to Darth Mekis.
And what was Darth Mekis doing there? What did you see?
I saw the Sith Knights.
That's not... Blast. That's our pursuers mowing through the wildlife. Theron 6. I have additional orders. We are 10 minutes away. Keep the engines running. Lower the boarding ramp and unlock the armory. I know. Just do it!
Nice gun. Good done.
Unless you can fly without me. I wouldn't. Then again, you could take your chances. Suppose I'll listen if you try to sull us out.
Stupid spy man.
That went better than I expected. Keep them off if you can. 10 on hyperdrive, and this is all it gets me. Lift! Blast it!
Nasty. Kill it.
Patience. You keep that our little secret, eh? Put the gun down, and we'll get out of the wind.
I thought your lightsaber was broken.
Pardon?
Video surveillance on the ramp. Answer the question.
I had to see your skills. It's been years, my boy. Be a good sport and set a course for the Vesla system.
We're not going anywhere until you tell me why. What were you doing out there?
I was fighting Darth Mekis and all her dark schemes. She's doing terrible things at her fortress.
Name one.
Don't talk to me that way. I'm Ngani Zho. I freed Bellis IV and stopped the Hutt Archons. I trained the Grand Master of the Jedi Order and raised her son.
You're avoiding the subject.
You wouldn't remember everything either if you lived through what I lived through.
You don't remember.
I remember we need to stop her. There are forces at play, Theron. There are machines that shouldn't be, worse than the Sith Knights. She makes weapons like nightmares frozen in the dark, engines powered by. They are invested, Theron. Please.
Toxicity 1. I'm sorry.
So that's a Jedi war hero.
Yes.
When the next war comes, Republic's in a load of trouble.
There is stillness, yet like ice on the surface of a lake. The stillness only conceals the movement. Feel the wind stirring dust. Smell the water flowing through this cavern. Hear the worms beneath the ground. Chaos. How can you concentrate? But the wind, the water, the worms, they become distractions when I point out each and every one. Before, they were simply the world. Let them combine into one again, and the stillness returns. Now you sense the stillness of the Force. Tranquility permeated with life. That is what your mother felt, and so many Jedi before her.
I'm sorry. I can't feel anything.
You will, boy. You must.
Yes, Master.
Have a little faith. Your mother brought you to me because a Jedi must have no attachments, no family, or risk failing the galaxy. She loved you, and knew she would value your life above all others if you stayed. I pledged to honor her trust and teach you everything I knew.
I've done my best to learn.
Then you've held up your end of the deal, but I have nothing more to teach, and the Force calls me elsewhere.
I understand.
You'll do your heritage proud, and others will teach what I could not. Follow these caves until you reach the grounds of a Jedi enclave. There you will be welcomed as a Padawan. This is my last trial for you.
May the Force be with you, Master.
And you, my boy.
It's just a boy.
Get him inside.
Summon the masters.
Have you rested, eaten?
Yes, Master Talin. I am grateful for your aid.
It's been our privilege to have your company. However, I'm afraid you cannot stay.
What?
I'm sorry for your loss, but the power of the Force is not within you. You will never be a Jedi. There's nothing for you here.
He's awake and teaching card tricks to Teff'ith. Calmer now, at least.
It's a start. What's his state of mind?
The Empire did something to him. Whatever his went through took his memories. But he's convinced he found something important.
That much I believe. What's your mental state?
It's not the reunion I expected, but I'll live.
Right answer. Things are getting bad out there. The Empire shut down an Isaiah station on Noah's Shadow last week, and we hear rumors they're mobilizing the Imperial Guard. We need to press every advantage we can right now. Show the Empire another war isn't in their favor.
That's why I told him we'd investigate. But we play it smart. Reconnaissance only. We don't want to make things worse.
At this point, I doubt that's possible. What do you need from us?
Transmitting equipment list and delivery coordinates. I'll also need criminal activity reports for Druga, the Feast Masters, and Varkatai.
This won't be easy on short notice. You have a plan.
I've got style, a Jedi Master past his prime, and a prisoner who wants to slit my throat. It'll have to do. We're going to Courtenay.
In the next issue of The Lost Sons.
How do you plan on getting past security?
I'll ask nicely.
Remember what Darth Mekis has done, and the pain she's inflicted. I remember everything.
Spy, stupid Jedi is broken.
What exactly is the Empire's biggest secret? Find out next time in The Lost Sons.